My honest author's opinion. Today we're going over the Twilight Saga. Despite the various side story and multitude of depth in both vampire and werewolf attribution, I find myself insulted to the core by the story and plotline. Despite being some form of dark romance novel, we are given the wish-washy dame romance. The ancient vampire puts up with a gal he can't quote-unquote read, and who jumps between who she loves. That being either the werewolf boy that she has known since childhood, or the new glittery vampire boy. She even goes as far as to place herself in danger on many occasions to have both of these possible suitors fight over her, while the elders of both factions just kind of sit back and eat meat and drink blood, while the very exposure of their kin is resting on the shoulders of some girl, or chick rather, who's craving the freaky deaky but can't decide between the dog or the xenophile blood drinker. In the end, she gets knocked up by Mr. Dead Guy after a hasty marriage and becomes a vampire after giving birth. Well, while giving birth, she is almost killed by the pain. And when the baby is finally out, they sort of usher the baby away while mommy and daddy are having a moment and she's about to die. Well, Mr. Werewolf, who should probably have been out of the scene, kind of goes ape poop. And when I say ape poop, I mean turns into a werewolf, starts wrecking stuff, is searching for the baby that has killed the person that he loves. He finds the baby, and he imprints on the baby. Imprinting is basically, oh, look, you're my mate. I am now devoted to you. So we've got some form of reverse Lolita complex here. I don't know. It's a 19-year age gap and the allusion to a female Lolita complex, and people still continued reading. At this point, I was thanking God that they had released these books for free on Amazon at the time. If I had paid for this garbage, I probably would have thrown it away. It basically teaches the concept that if you play people to find out who is most gullible and willing to wreck their lives for you, then you can find out your ideal man. And it was marketed to teens, tweens, and desperate moms. What's worse? I can tell you what's worse. The pussification of a badass monster into some emo prick who won't stand up for himself because the somewhat chubby girl is quote-unquote hard to figure out. Let me tell you something about the last person I found that was hard to figure out, that I went on a date with, was batshit crazy. And the last girl that tried to use the I have to choose between men was an issue that I was like, you know what, screw it, take the easy guy, because I'm sure as hell not going to give you a second guess anytime soon. And that's just what this mockery of publication is not teaching people, is value of person and standing up for what one believes in moral. It's basically setting women up to be relationship-wrecking idiots, basing all their choices on who fits my ideal Ken doll image, rather than who would be the best match for me and best for my future and best equal, thus ruining multiple generations with this mind freak of an author's twisted vision of how love should be found. No, I guess in the end, Anne Rice is a far better writer, but she isn't given the credit that is due, because her stories consider consequences. And we are stuck with millions of potential worthwhile girls playing Bella head games and the I don't know cards after age 21.